So this is going to help you instill trust in your customers and your leads, as well as respect their time, which is the name of the game. Hey everyone, welcome to Ontraport Use Cases. My name is Sam, and today we're going to be talking about automated appointment reminders. So if you're in a business kind of like Ontraport where you're having sales phone calls, or maybe you're in a service business or a coaching business where you're doing phone calls as your product or service, this is going to be really, really important for you. Okay, so what we're talking about is the most efficient way to manage high volume bookings and appointments hands-off. The hands-off part is the crucial part. Obviously, we're Ontraport. Automation is the name of the game. So you're going to try to keep your hands off this whole process and keep yourself efficient. So why you would want to do something like this? First off, it's going to save you time and resources by eliminating manual work. So the days of rotary phones and people manning the phones and secretaries and things like that is kind of dead. So this is going to save you a ton of manual time and resources because you're not going to have to hire that person to run the phones. So that's one big reason why you're going to want to do this. 2, drastically reduces no-shows by approximately 50% to improve attendance. So if you're in some sort of a sales business, you know how important it is to jump your numbers by 50%. 50% jump in numbers for us overnight would mean I'd have a bigger office, is what it would mean. Okay, so 3, increased revenue and sales. So because you're having more conversations with more people more efficiently, you're giving more opportunities to sell. More opportunities to sell means more people are going to buy, which means you're going to see a bump in your revenue and sales. Number 4, improves internal business operations. So sort of going back to the first one, the manual work is being eliminated here, right? And that's really important because if you have a team of salespeople like we do, it's really important to keep them efficient and having, we want them to have really good conversations. We want them to have quality conversations. And this is going to allow you to improve your business operations so they don't have to waste their time on mediocre phone calls, right? All right, next up we've got respects your client's time through effective communication. And I'm going to tie in this last one as well, instills trust in your brand. These two are very similar. I want to focus on the keyword of respect and trust. If you're a consumer, you know how annoying it is to jump through the hoops of booking an appointment, right? I'm actually in one right now. I emailed a guy and he said, oh, what time are you available? I didn't read that for a day. I checked my calendar. I said, I'm available on Thursday, and then waited a day. And then he said, I'm not available on Thursday. What about Monday? And now I have to check my calendar again. It's just a nightmare. And it makes me not want to do business with that company, right? So this is going to help you instill trust in your customers and your leads, as well as respect their time, which is the name of the game, right? Okay, so what does this look like in a real business? Well, sort of the old way of doing this would be a person would call you on the phone, and you'd have Gladys with the giant agenda book, and she'd open it up and say, oh, we're available on Thursday at 3 o'clock. And then Gladys would maybe call them on Wednesday and say, hey, don't forget about your call tomorrow at 3 o'clock on Thursday. Then you'd actually have the phone call. That's great. That's how it was done for millions and billions of years. But it's time to move on, right? It's the 21st century. It's time to grow up. It's time to automate. It's time to use software like Ontraport to help you out. So let's send Gladys to a retirement community and move on. Okay, so instead of Gladys, we're going to have a website, right? And people are going to come to the site and they're going to be able to click the button that says, hey, book an appointment now. When they click that, they're going to get a form that says, hey, what's your name, what's your email, what's your phone number, whatever information you need, as well as what time and day is convenient for you. Then they're going to get a confirmation email. Hey, we got your appointment. You're all good to go. We'll see you then. We send them an email 3 days before on what we call a date sequence. We send them an email 3 days before and 1 day before saying, hey, don't forget about your appointment on this day and this time using merge fields. Then we actually have the appointment. So what's missing from this? Gladys. Gladys is missing from this. No manual time, no manual phone calls, no agendas on desks. All that stuff's gone. This is happening 100% automated. You don't even have to check, right? Until the actual day, of course. Okay, so let's take a real world example. Here at Ontraport, or any software as a service company, SaaS company, is probably doing something where they have some sort of a demo, right? So you come to our site and you can click the demo request form. And you can go to our site and see this right now if you just want to see sort of a live example. They're going to get a confirmation email that says, hey, we got your request for a demo. We'll talk to you soon. 3 days before the demo, we're going to say, hey, don't forget, we got that demo in 3 days. 1 day before, don't forget, we got that demo tomorrow. Hey, do me a favor, can you make it or not? And then you give them like a yes and a no button or a yes and a no link. And depending on which one they click, we can have different actions happening as a result. This is using active response rules. So if they hit yes, great, move on with the sequence. We have the appointment. Maybe we have a task over here, Fire, to remind me to call that person. And we have our appointment. If they hit no, maybe we send them another email or a link back to the demo request form. It says, hey, no big deal, don't worry about it, stuff happens, but do me a favor, request a new time slot and we'll get you booked. So as you can tell, again, 100% automated, and it's sort of self-liquidating, right? Like people are able to rebook themselves if they can't make appointments. And for those of you in sales, 25% of people show up in a good business. So this is gonna help you catch a lot of low-hanging fruit. And that about does it. That's sort of appointment reminders in Ontraport. If you're in any kind of a service industry or a coaching industry, or you have sales phone calls, I really encourage you to check this out. I think it's gonna make a huge difference for you and your business. And if you have any more questions about this, please read on. We got tons of good information here, as well as a ton of videos about other topics just like this one. So we'll see you next time.